99% of the time. And this is a fact for a lot of other people. You may watch some other people online, you may see some of your friends, your family members, you may see other people that appear to be knowing exactly what it is they're doing. But from my experience, it doesn't seem like anybody really has a clue or an inkling as to what's going on. They always seem to assume, and then they'll push this idea or this agenda or this way of being on you. And I don't want to get into politics, but politics is the one example that's kind of coming to mind. Well, it doesn't even have to be politics. It could be any news source, anything that's related to really any sort of media, whatever it may be. It's like everybody in all times is always going to be trying to get your attention, no matter what it may be. Like, I try to get your attention with the videos. Some people, they click off because I'm not able to maintain their attention, and that's perfectly okay. But the ones that are able to maintain this and are able to like and do continually listen to my videos through the end and want to listen to the ideas that I have and the thoughts that I share, I'm able to maintain your attention. And I'm not over here telling you that like this is how things are, this is what you need to do, this is how you need to see the world, because I don't believe that that's how anybody should be helping anybody. That's not the way that anything has ever changed, at least not in my own personal life. The only way that things have ever changed for me personally is by questioning it, by asking myself and journaling and wondering, like, what is it that I want? What did I do wrong? How can I do this better next time? What areas of my life can I improve? And it doesn't seem like anybody online, at least from what I've listened to in the video, at least in the past, more so it's shifted as of lately, but in general, most people don't truly want to give this solution, because this solution doesn't sell. This solution doesn't help benefit anybody else. What really does help benefit other people is creating chaos and creating disorder and creating anger and frustration and pointing fingers at so-and-so and yelling and doing all of this stuff that doesn't really have any significant impact. Because even the other day too, I was at the gym and there's this dude that was like shaving in the hot tub, which, yeah, don't get me wrong, don't be doing like things like that. Like, that's not the right way to do it. But the guy ended up going up and just yelling at the guy for doing that. And I was like, that's not the right way to approach it, because whenever something like that happens, and it's the same thing with like protests, when was the last time like something truly changed by making the other person upset? Like, people won't change. And I gave this analogy to my buddy as well too. It was like, when was the last time that, like, when somebody yelled at you or told you like this is how it has to be, you were happy to do that said thing? And he was like, yeah, I guess that, like, and that's actually true. Like, whenever somebody forces me to do something I don't like having to do it, I'm like, exactly. Whereas when you truly make the decision yourself and you decide, hey, you know what, I want to do this, I want to go get the job, or I want to ask this person out, or I want to go do this thing, or I want to change my eating habits or my diet or my overall well-being, you actually do it. Whereas if somebody just randomly came up to you and was like, yo, you're fat as shit, like, get your life together, you'd be like, who the fuck are you? I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not going to listen to you. Whereas if it was like, hey, what do you want your life to look like in 5 years? And they'd be like, well, I'd like to be able to carry my kids, I'd like to be able to walk my dogs, like I'd like to be able to maybe walk my daughter that I have down the aisle. And it's just like, do you think that you're going to be able to do that if you continue like eating this junk food, smoking these cigarettes, drinking alcohol every single night? Like, do you think that you're going to be able to maintain that lifestyle? And then the person can be like, maybe not, I don't know. Like, I guess I don't know, I guess I could see that being the case. Maybe me doing all these bad things, quote unquote bad things, is actually hindering me more. So maybe I do need to make a change. Maybe I do need to do something a little bit different. And we were able to get to that solution because I decided to ask that person a question compared to me telling them they need to change. And this is just from my own experience, from coaching that I've done, from my own intuitiveness that I've gone through on my own. Is like, we have to be the ones that decide to change. And this is why I say nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody has any idea what the hell is going on. They may pretend like they do. They may be showing all these highlights of like, this is how things are, this is how things must be, this is what's happening, this is what's right, this is what's wrong. And it's like, that's not always the case. You have to be the one that decides whether or not this is the right path for you. Because regardless of what anybody else is telling you, regardless of what anybody else is preaching to you or telling you or sharing with you or telling you this is the way to be, test it out yourself first, and then make the decision from there on whether or not you want to keep it or you don't. This is why I'm always and am such a big proponent of talking with strangers, making new friends, like just having these different small interactions. Maybe when you go to dinner, like if you sit at a bar, like start up a conversation with the person next to you or something along those lines. Just to ask them questions. Don't tell them about you. Try to learn about them. Try to be more interested in them. You might be able to figure out that, like, hey, this person also has no idea where they're going. So like if they don't know where they're going and I'm kind of similar to them, then maybe we both have no idea where we're going. Maybe we just wake up one day and something just clicks, or maybe one day we just wake up and things are different. Like maybe things can just change in a matter of an instant, because we are the ones that gets to decide whether or not we are going to be changing or we're going to be remaining the same. Like it really does come down to you and what it is that you're hoping for out of your general experience in this world. And then from there, like, you can just decide, dude. Like, you can decide to do things differently. You can decide to take more responsibility. You can decide to ask different questions. You can decide to be more interested in the other person. And you will have your time to speak. Trust me on that. You will. For the time being, try to be more interested in the other person. And you'll start to realize and learn that, like I said, nobody has any idea what they're doing, where they're going, what's going on, or what's going to happen. So maybe that'll help you out with wherever you're at in your life right now. Maybe you're trying to find a new job, or you're trying to maybe go out on some dates or make some friends, or just connect with different people in ways that you haven't previously, or whatever it may be. And maybe through this whole process, maybe something miraculous will happen, because it's happened for me. And if it's happened for me, I know it'll happen for you too. So I'm gonna go bowl really quick, most likely, and get some dinner. And then from there, we'll figure it out from that point forward. But other than that, I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, afternoon. And I'll talk with you when I talk with you.